Darkbeat is a legendary hero of the Dark element with a power of 1542. He's from the Monk class and the Bard family, so solo heroes will get plus 5% mana generation, and team members are solo heroes if they have no family or realm members in the team. So what this means is if a hero in your team doesn't have the same family or realm as another hero on your team, that hero will get plus 5% mana generation, and it is quite good, very beneficial in most cases. Next, he has one passive, being the revival chance reduction. So the chance of revival is reduced for all enemies in the battle, and the original value will be 1/5. So what this means is, let's say a hero has a 100% chance of reviving. Now that chance will be cut off. 4/5 of that would just be gone, and you'd be just left with 20% chance of revival. And in my opinion, that's quite a huge game changer, and especially when going up against teams with maybe Astrid or Sable, they heavily rely on that revive to keep their team in the picture. So with this passive, it's going to be incredibly easy to chop down teams with revivers like Astrid and Sable, and especially Sable, whose main skill is to revive heroes, and it's a 100% revive rate, and that's what she is for. Now this passive would extremely cut that chance down, and I think this might be one of the best passives in the game, and this can also counter the Wildcat family, Leonie and Rajesh, where they have a 75% chance to revive, and it can activate up to 9 times, so this passive is extremely good. Next, we'll be taking a look at the stats. Level 80 stats are quite good across the board, quite decent in attack, very nice health and defense stats. Next, we'll take a look at the double limit broken stats. Not the best attack stat, but extremely good defense stat. I'd say quite good, and really decent health stat for a damage dealer, and he also benefits from the counter attack either talent. Now we'll take a look at his special skill, Struck by Thunder. It is running at average speed, and he deals 355% damage to all enemies, and he reduces the duration of all allies' active status ailments by 2 turns, and he reduced the duration of all enemies' active buffs by 2 turns, and lastly, all allies are immune to buff dispels and reallocation for 4 turns. So let's start off again. At average speed, he deals 355 to all enemies, which is quite good, especially with that high attack stat. The status ailments reduction by 2 turns, quite decent, very useful when facing heroes who give extremely devastating ailments, like that corrosive burn by the Untold Tales 2 heroes. Next, he will reduce the duration of all enemies' active buffs by 2 turns, and this is extremely good against a team with maybe heroes like Astrid with that damage drop, or some other teams that rely on a buff. And lastly, all allies are immune to buff dispels and reallocations for 4 turns. This could be helpful in some situations, but not the best. Overall, I'd say this hero is quite a decent damage dealer. He won't do on his own, but if you pair him with some other dark hitters and someone like Sartana maybe, or maybe even a 3-hitter like Demiloon, I think Darkbeat is usable on offense, not against defense though, and he would be extremely good against revivers like Astrid and Sable. Next, we have Emilio, his costume. So the costume for this guy has a power of 1432. Wizard class, Starfall family. Just to recap, the bonuses for 1, 2, or 3 heroes, and it is a 50, 75, or 100% chance to cleanse the hero's most recent cleansable status ailment at the end of each turn. 50% for 1 hero is quite good. And next, he has a new passive, from his old one, and it is called the copy ailment on cleanse. So whenever a status ailment is cleansed from this hero, a copy of the cleansed status ailment is applied on a random enemy. So extremely good passive, maybe not the best, but it can definitely benefit in some cases. And this definitely pairs with the Starfall family bonus, where you have the chance to cleanse and then it trigger this this passive, and the enemy will get the ailment instead. Next, we'll be taking a look at the stats. Now, the stats at level 80 are quite good. Remember, he is an older hero, so the stats are slightly lower than the heroes that are currently in the meta, like Darkbeat, or just recently came out. So stats are relatively quite good across the board. Same goes for the level 90 stats, and this guy benefits from the attack up either talent. But the thing is, he doesn't really benefit from the attack up either talent, because we're going to take a look at his special skill. Frogs and Hoops is his special skill, and it is running at very fast speed. Now he'll cast one of the following special skills. First, if an enemy has the burn status ailment, all enemies will receive 950 burn damage over 5 turns. Or if he's not limit broken, that will be 635. Next, all allies regenerate 450 HP over 3 turns, and all allies are immune to new status ailments for 3 turns. Firstly, at very fast speed, this is all quite decent. All enemies receive 950 burn damage, and that's with the double limit break. That might not be the best damage in my opinion. In fact, that can be cleansed. So I don't think he's a very effective hero. Next, the 150 per turn over 3 turns, not the best as well. There are some heroes who give better, what's it called? Health recovery. Let's just say like Sable, 900 over 3 turns, I think. And then the only good part, I think, is the immune to new status ailments for 3 turns. Otherwise, if an enemy doesn't have the burn status ailment, all enemies will receive 825 burn damage, or 555 burn damage over 5 turns, which is not the best damage in my opinion, and that can be cleansed. And all allies are immune to new status ailments for 3 turns. Overall, I don't think this hero is usable at all. And if you do manage to pull him, do not double limit broke this guy. The damage doesn't, from 835 to 950 is a decent increase, but overall in like the whole picture, I don't really think this guy's usable, just to put it in straight terms. And his attack up either talent doesn't benefit him at all, since he doesn't deal straight up damage. So overall, I don't think this hero is usable. So I could be wrong, but for now, I'm not really convinced that this guy is a meta hero. So with that, we'll be moving on to our third and last hero, which is Costume Sennin. Now, Costume Sennin has a power of 1428. He's from the Wizard class and the Slayer family. Bonus for 1, 2, or 3 heroes. 50, 75, or 100% chance to resist the following stacks at the end of each turn. Stack max 10, the caster recovers 15 HP each turn, and the caster gets plus 6% mana generation. And the event hero bonus, of course, so he'll be getting perks in the challenge festival events. And he has 2 passives, first being the resist damage from status effects. So this character has innate resistance against incoming damage from status effects, and I'm not really sure if this includes ailments like damage over time, poison, burn, water, ice, corrosive burn, like stuff like that. But what I do know is this definitely resists the Hippo, Dark, and Dark Feather effects, where a special skill is cast and they deal damage, stuff like that. So this is definitely quite good, makes him more survivable, and I'm guessing this is resist bleed. Bleed on special skill. When this character casts their special skill, all enemies receive 724 bleed damage over 4 turns, and that is quite good. And that is for the double limit broken stats. My apologies. So without the double limit break, it'll be 488. Not that much, but it's definitely a decent tad up from the damage that he's dealing. So that could benefit him, but I don't really think it'll play a decisive factor in the battle. Next, moving on to the stats. Stats are relatively good. He is an older hero like Costume Emilio, which we just looked at. My apologies. Decent stats, very balanced across the board. He benefits from the damage reduction ether talent, which is way better than his fiend resist ether talent, so that's definitely an upside. Next, we'll take a look at his special skill, which is called Curse of the Cephaloid. Now, the Slayer mana speed, so he'll start off below average, but the mana generation speed of this hero increases when the family effect is activated. So Curse of the Cephaloid deals 265% damage to all enemies and summons a Spectre Fiend for all enemies. The Fiend damages its target with 55% attack each turn, and the Spectre Fiend absorbs healing. It disappears after absorbing a healing equal to 35% of its target's max health, and stack max 2, the caster gets plus 12% mana generation, and the caster stack 3 max 10, the character recovers 45 HP each turn. So overall, I think this hero is usable, especially I think both offense and defense, as long as they don't have a strong healer, let's just say. 265 decent damage, not that much. That won't do a catastrophic amount of damage to the for the opposing team. The Fiend, 55% attack, not that bad. 35% of its target's max health, not that bad either. And I like how he gets the stacks, which is definitely better than his original version. Congratulations if you do manage to pull Darkbeat or Sennin. Not this guy though. But I definitely think these heroes have the potential to be on extremely good attacking teams, maybe not defense. And congrats again if you do manage to pull any of these guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.